Nikki Griffin. I did one whole heart ministry. My mom actually had been pestering me about it when I lived in Oklahoma. I'd kind of gone through a season of just, I'd been really disappointed in the Lord. I lived like my whole life in the church and super close relationship with Him, but then through like a series of just disappointments and things that had happened and what I felt like were unfulfilled promises, I got my heart broken. And so I I say this in my own journal too, but I kind of turned my back and said, all right, well, I'm done waiting for you to fulfill the things that I felt like you said you were going to do in my life, and I'm just going to go do them myself. And so I felt like the Lord had me in this place for like 5 years, and I just up and moved, and I really didn't actually know that He said to go or not go. I just did it because I was tired of waiting. And so that brings me to now. I'd been moved away for 3 years, and a lot of things happened in those 3 years, most of them not good. I kind of was just tired and worn out and working and drinking a lot and kind of trying to fill a void because I did miss God in that time. But it brings me here to now, and so I kind of came back home after the Lord had very visibly asked me to move home, and I was in the height of making money and got this cool career and had these cool friends, but I was heartbroken and I was tired, and so the Lord said to move home, and at first I cried and said no, and then I said, yeah, okay, I'm going home. So I moved home after I told the Lord, I'll only go home if you shift my heart, because I really didn't want to move from a big city back to a small town at all. It was the last thing I wanted to do. But I told the Lord, I'll go if you make it something. I didn't want to come back here grieving for a life that I thought I was going to miss anyway. So in the course of a few days and weeks, actually, He turned it from being a mournful thing to something I was really excited about. And so I got home, and the first or second week I had gotten home, I went to a meeting, a Day of Destiny deal, and it was really beautiful. The Lord was really great. He spoke a lot of really wonderful things to me, confirmed my moving home, and then so initially it really kind of put a trust in me for this ministry anyways, because trusting is in these situations you want to make sure you're trusting what you're doing, because you're sharing all of your heart and soul. So yep, and then I started sessions shortly thereafter, maybe the next week, and I think the biggest thing for me is I did not realize all of the things I was carrying around. I'd seen all these patterns in my life and in relationships and things, and I really didn't want to have these patterns in my life, at all. I would cry to God about it a lot, but this was my first counseling session too as an adult, as any part of my life, just being able to talk about your feelings in a really safe place, and your emotions, and bringing God into all those things, and kind of asking for His direction in a safe, structured environment was never something I'd done. But it, I didn't realize. I think that's the biggest thing, even with the basket scenarios. I don't think I realized how many people I hadn't forgiven, and how many words I'd hung on to, and lies I believed about myself from something that happened when I was 3, and carried all those things on to my adult life, and the patterns and heartbreak and things I believed about myself, and my low self-esteem, and all of these things stemmed from all of that, and I had no idea. Anyway, so the Lord really was so good and revealed these things to me, and then I have a 2-hour drive back home, so it was even a 2-hour extended Jesus session, because He was just getting in there and doing so much, and He kind of cleared the way. I feel like He cleared out all the junk, and I mean, daily I would wake up every day and just say, God, my heart, I'm connected to You. I'm connected to the source of Your love, and Your unconditional love and truth speak to me. So even when I wasn't in counseling sessions all through the week, it was just such it set up such a place in my life to be able to have my heart connected to Him and understand what that meant and what He could do in that time. So yeah, I feel whole and on a journey, and the Lord's revealed a lot to me and showed me so many lies, I believe, but not only that, He showed me so much truth. And I think that's been the most important part for me is, yes, identifying the lies, yes, identifying where they're coming from, but just the truth that He brought with it, and then just an extension of that, it becomes a lifestyle. Like every day during the week, I can't wait to get up and hear His truth for me and ask Him what the truth